You're always welcome here.
Grüß dich, was wünschst du?
I'm pretty new in Kuttenberg, but I find it strange there aren't many alchemists here.
Natürlich. And yet the royal city of Silver should be full of them, right?
Exactly. So where are they?
Take a walk through the streets, and you will find a lot of houses are locked and empty.
What does that have to do with it?
Sigismund and his army are responsible for this. Many of our people decided it was time to leave, instead of risking their property or even their lives. Only a few of us remained here, and I, as the primus of our guild, promised to keep my eye on the others' property until they return.
The local alchemists were persecuted by Sigismund.
Well, definitely not openly, but most of them were on the side of our King Wenceslas. And I'm sure you know what hatred and envy can do to people.
Alchemists aren't exactly poor, are they?
Yeah, genau. Moreover, you always have one foot on the road to the burning pyre. For fools, it's enough to point their fingers, spouting nonsense about us colluding with the devil or accusing us of poisoning. Then Sigismund's people in the city will make sure to rake in a tidy sum.
Are you the master of the Alchemist Guild?
Yes. Well, not the master, the primus. Our guild is more of a modest association, but my friends have entrusted me with their confidence.
And is that why you stayed in the city?
Yes, exactly. Someone has to take care of the people's property.
I'm interested in alchemy, and I'm looking for someone to teach me more complicated procedures. Can I become your disciple, Master?
Nein, leider ist das nicht möglich. I can't take care of you. I have too much to worry about right now. But if you are willing to pay, I can tell you a few interesting things.
What about poisons? Are you selling those?
Poisons? Who do you take me for? I don't even mix poisons, let alone sell them.
And where else could I buy some poison around here?
Here in Kuttenberg? You can't. Maybe a crazy herbalist somewhere in the woods would sell you some. There was such a miscreant here. He reveled in all sorts of poisons and such devilish things. When poisoning began to be a problem in the city, the bailiff had him expelled. It said he leads dangerous heathens at a ruin somewhere. Robstein or someplace like that. At least from what I've heard.
I have a proposition for you, Meister. I'd like to become your apprentice.
Das ist ja eine Überraschung. I thought you would ask, Junge, and it might surprise you, but I accept. There are not many alchemists left in the city. It's nice to have someone educated to talk to. I just hope you have the coin. It will cost you ein kleines Vermögen, a small fortune. I must warn you, if you try to rob me and disappear, I have people and they do not mess about. Such are the times, mein Freund. Trust but verify. Warum nicht? What would you like?
Let's talk about alchemy recipes and procedures. I know a few things already, but you're a true master after all.
Danke, mein Freund. I am flattered, but I am only a humble enthusiast. Unfortunately, the true masters of alchemy have recently left the city, and will not return as long as the King of Hungary is here.
You're too humble. I'd like to learn some more complicated recipes. I saw they often include all sorts of symbols and numbers that I don't understand.
Natürlich. Alchemy is the study of elements and the ratios of their presence in substances. Scholars have been trying for hundreds of years to find a universal way of writing down these relations into equations.
What are these equations?
Schriften. A written record that remains and can be passed on among the initiated. Bis jetzt, no one has invented a universal equation, and therefore it is necessary to know them all and to be able to convert between them. Los geht's, mein Freund.
What would you like?
What do you have for sale?
What can you do, sir?
Before I make... I went to see my brother
And?
to talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive.
Look here, Menhard.
Danke, Heinrich, for standing up for us. You handled it well with the Friedusch. Schade aber, that we had to pay that Strafe. It is a disgrace. Auf jeden Fall, it is not over yet with those Kuttenberger Fechter. We must somehow compete with them to preserve our honor and glory. It is not possible that a Meister such as I can be rejected and humiliated.
Richtig. Es muss Gerechtigkeit geben.
Listen, Menhard. Tell me what it's all about. You have some charter from King Wenceslas.
Ja, genau.
Well, actually, I'd be interested in knowing everything.
Of course. Hör mal. Your King Wenzel sent me the charter and invited me here to Kuttenberg to set up a Bruderschaft der Fechter. I should serve here for 3 Jahre and teach Fechter. Then I would choose a new Meister from among them who would take my place when I went back to Frankfurt.
That's interesting. Go on.
King Wenzel promised it would all be settled by the Kuttenberg Stadtrat. But before we got here, alles war anders. Ein neuer Stadtrat. Wenzel held captive and König Sigismund here with a big army. What is more, there was here already a Bruderschaft der Fechter. And Meister Nikolaus aus Prague came at the invitation of the Metzger Emmeram and other Bürger. Sigismund named a new Stadtrat, and they accepted Nikolaus and rejected our Charta. That is why I muss mich duellieren with Nikolaus and the anderen, to defend my guten Ruf and mein Recht. Aber they have refused, made cowardly excuses, and want to get rid of uns.
But our right remains. The Charta vom König Wenzel spricht klar.
Ja, we cannot just walk away and allow this öffentliche shame to continue.
Menhard, ich habe dis Idee. Aber Problem ist, we need a third man. Aber jetzt Schicksalsschmeiß upon us. And Heinrich ist hier.
Verstanden.
Heinrich will greifen us an der Arme. Ein einfacher kleiner Einbruch and we will beat them in their own game.
What's he saying?
We need your help, Heinrich. You will have to do a little theft for us. It is an easy job, keine Sorge.
Look here. If you want me to go breaking in and stealing, you better tell me what for.
I understand your concern. I think we said it a little too schnell. It is not exactly stealing. We'll just borrow something from the Kuttenberger Fechter. We will return everything as we should after it is done. We cannot do it ourselves, because our Gesichter are too well known around here. So we have to ask you. You will not get in any trouble from this, I promise. Because we will show we are in the right. Believe me, we will reward you well. I will teach you much in the Kunst des Schwerts.
All right. I have a feeling you're in the right. And besides, you serve King Wenceslas. You can count on me.
Wunderbar.
Also zugestimmt? You will not be sorry. I will teach you many secrets of die Kunst des Schwertes. I will make you a great Fechter. Arne, lass es uns hören.
Also, es ist einfach. You must into der Fechthalle einbrechen und ihr Gildenschwert stehlen and then hang it am Rathaus.
Menhard?
Es ist so. You must break into their sword-fighting hall and steal their Gildenschwert. Guild sword. They must not see you. You can recognize the sword sicher. It is surely a Meisterwerk. Then you must hang it on the Rathaus for alle Bürger to see. But no one must see you. Vielleicht it is best to go at night? Verstehst du?
I'm starting to understand your plan. The Kuttenberg swordsmen display their guild sword on the town hall to announce that they're accepting challenges, right? Except they would never do that themselves. So, we'll give them a little nudge. They won't be able to back down, and Menhard will get the duel he wants.
Exactly, Heinrich. I see you know a lot about Fechter traditions. That makes me happy.
Where do I find that sword fighting hall?
Natürlich hier in Kuttenberg, near the new gate. There, on the corner, is the Badehaus of Herr Adam. Die Fechthalle, the sword fighting hall, is behind it, opposite the small Burg on the Burgenstraße. Hradek Quarter. Du wirst sie leicht finden. They have a shield hanging up, and you will hear the swords ring.
All right, I'll steal their guild and shirt and hang it on the town hall. Klar.
Wunderbar. The main thing is they must not see you. And if anything goes wrong, do not kill anyone. That would spoil our plan.
Yeah, murder can make things awkward.
Gut. Agreed. When it is fertig, come and tell me.
You can tell it's from a master
I'm sorry.
You have no business being here. Clear off. Good afternoon.
I'd like to go into the gardens. Why are you on guard here?
I'm afraid my sister is resting in the gardens and doesn't wish to be disturbed.
Do you have any idea who I am?
No. Should I?
The city council wants me to inspect this part of the fortifications. So get out of my way so I can take a look.
Wasn't that Master Albert's job?
It used to be, but not anymore. King Sigismund has made a lot of changes in this town.
Oh. Go on then, but stay away from my sister. Wiedersehen.
Are you Miss Adletta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
The pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Caspar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Caspar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
His vineyards aren't bringing in much, and he's generally not doing too well. That's why I'm here, in fact. Bushek's book may not be the most precious manuscript in the world, but it'll help Caspar.
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan, and now he wants it back all of a sudden?
What if we became friends, and you gave me the book?
You're taking a big risk, good man. My father could have your tongue cut out for that kind of talk. He's not too keen on my friends.
That doesn't bother me.
But it's not that easy to become a friend of mine. First, you need to impress me somehow.
I could write a poem for you.
Love poetry. I have to warn you that my taste is rather refined.
One stolen glance, tender and true, captured my heart, beholden to you. Your beauty and grace, like flowers in spring, as the rising sun, you make the birds sing.
That wasn't bad, good man. You have talent. You deserve a reward.
But I'd like to take Caspar's book now.
Of course. That's what you came for, isn't it?
How about a kiss?
Here, now? In broad daylight?
Why not? We're alone here.
That's what you think. I don't want to make my family angry. And it would be a pity if you came to harm as well.
So you don't want...
If the circumstances were different, who knows? But your charming courtship has made me happy.
I have the book, so I'll be off.
Farewell, Henry. Never forget me.
apologize.
Pavel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. How can I help you?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
I travelled around France.
Wonderful! It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Hints of vanilla. That's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring color is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavor and color tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course. But I don't hoard it. I try to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan. And like it says in the Bible, you give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
A bit bitter for my tastes. But you said it's a young Blaufränkisch. I'm getting notes of black currant. The colour is dark, almost purple, but as it should be.
Yes, the color enchants me every time. Almost like drinking from an inkwell.
Oh, never drunk ink. Would you recommend it?
My grandfather used to say, "You won't know till you've tried it." He lived and died by that saying.
Uh-huh. What happened to him?
Well, the poor fella suffered from ulcers. So one day, true to his favorite saying, he tried drinking spirits to cure himself. "Burn the canker," he said. Well, he burnt it so thoroughly, he was dead in a week. God rest his soul.
To your grandfather, and his contribution to advancing the knowledge of medicine.
If you've traveled so widely, tell me, in France, what wine do they appreciate the most? And I don't mean what wealthy nobility think, but what true connoisseurs like you and me appreciate.
I'd say Sauvignon.
But that's the type of grape. I mean the type of wine. I surely don't have to tell you the grape variety is only half the taste.
Well, it's hard to come up with something off the top of my head, but I do enjoy this variety.
Ah, well, never mind. Let's carry on. Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a Hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads, and I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good Hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Very nice. I'd say it's mint?
Precisely. It gives a nice freshness, wouldn't you say? And there's a garden full of it right behind the tavern. I don't know where to put it all.
But it's missing some kick. I reckon your cook forgot to add something.
Are we going to have gruel again tonight?
Maybe anise?
No, not anise. I don't believe anyone puts that in Hippocras. I know. Ginger, of course. She told me there wasn't any at the market. After that Hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Egger. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly. So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Very strong. Matured in an oak barrel, undoubtedly. Colour is excellent as well. A crimson red. The smell is heavy, spicy, almost suffocating. I have to admit, I haven't had much Hungarian wine, but maybe I should change that.
I drank this particular wine from Egger at a banquet held to celebrate the new city council. Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate, but I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
Well, that's very unusual. Fruit, fish, and red wine. Maybe it's some sort of Hungarian custom.
I was so disappointed that I wanted to make myself something at home to get rid of the taste. But I was so drunk that I fell asleep. The housekeeper woke me up, and what could I tell you? The porridge was charcoal. The kitchen was like a smokehouse, and I had egg on my face.
So, what's next?
Next, you drink like a fish, Goodman. I don't think I have anything else you might be interested in. Regardless, I have some work to do. Feel free to stay in my tavern and enjoy yourself.
Allow me to ask you one more question. I heard you get your supplies from the monastery vineyard.
And what of it? You're not a tax collector, are you?
Yes, that's exactly what I am.
So let's be clear, you sneak. My business with the monastery vineyard is all above board. Everything is set down in my ledger upstairs, and until I see your credentials, it's none of your business.
If your business is above board, you have nothing to worry about.
Ha! That's what you lot always say. and then you squeeze me dry. Our conversation is over.
Maybe I should go and take a look around his office. His ledger is bound to be interesting.
Christ! Pardon me.
I apologize. I apologize.
I'd like something to eat.
Excuse me.
I apologize.
Good afternoon.
I need a place to sleep and something to eat.
It would be an honor, good sir. And for how long?
I'll stay here longer.
All right, but money up front.
All right, I'll pay. Here's the money.
Agreed then. The room's yours. Anyone can sleep like a king here. And if you're hungry, there's some food in the pot.
Where can I find my room?
On the second floor, right across from the stairs. There's a green wreath on the wall there.
Don't you want to drink some more? It'll be on me.
No, thank you. You can stay in my inn if you like, but we have nothing.
What have I done to offend you?
I don't like it when people snoop. I keep an eye on my business, and I recommend you keep your nose out of it. Have I made myself clear? See you later, my friend.
Excuse me.
Good day to you. What brings you here?
Are you in charge of the construction of St. Barbara's? I hear you sent for a blacksmith. Well, here I am. My name is Henry.
Johann Parler is my name, from the Parler Building Works. I think that name should ring some bells.
I'm truly pleased to meet you, sir. So, what do you need? Nails? Carpenter's axes?
Close, but not quite. I need something, let's say, a bit more delicate.
Well, if you're paying decently, why not? A pile of groschen can please a fella so much that he forgets to ask unpleasant questions.
It seems we see eye to eye. But don't worry. The job is neither difficult nor dangerous. You've never heard of my father, Peter?
I can't say as I have.
He had a divine gift, but he didn't get the chance to see all of his wonderful buildings completed. That task fell upon my shoulders.
Well, that's very nice and all, but I don't have all day here. What do you want me to do?
Construction work is going slower than I'd hoped. Nevertheless, I'm still thinking ahead. Therefore, I'd like to conceal a protective talisman among the roof beams of the cathedral.
Why is that a problem?
Talismans don't grow on trees. I know of 3 here in town, but they're not for sale.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
The first is the horseshoe hanging above the door of the tailor's at the horse market. They say he once got lost in a snowstorm, and Saint Martin himself found him and brought him by horse to the town. He gave him a horseshoe as a reminder.
My word. That tailor was damn lucky.
Don't speak, just listen. The next talisman is a commemorative coin set into the cellar wall above the tavern across from the town hall. And the third is a nail somewhere in the beams of the potter's house in the Czech Quarter. They say he brought it from Sedlet Monastery years ago. I want you to get all 3, smelt them down, and forge an axe out of them that I can use to protect St. Barbara's. Putting a carpenter's axe in the truss work is an old tradition.
And no one will know it's made out of a horseshoe and a coin. Stealing, forging magical items, isn't that all a bit dangerous?
Perhaps a bit, but doesn't the House of God deserve protection more than a few burghers?
Well, if you think so, why don't you try explaining it to them? This won't be an easy job, sir. And it won't be cheap either.
Have no fear. This is not a matter I intend to scrimp over.
All right, I'll do it. If the pay is good.
It'll be more than good. Have no fear. But don't come to see me before it's done. The less we're seen together, the better. Till we meet again.
Kochst du heute Abend?
I apologize.
If you know it, then so does half the town. And that goes to count. things at home. Calm down a bit? Fine. The celebration is over until everything's going.
But I'm not giving them a drink.
You're always welcome.
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
I had a look around his office to see what I could see.
Well, I can't say I approve, but if you found something interesting...
I did indeed. It looks like a ledger of some sort.
Give it here. Let me have a look. 20 barrels of Rhine Riesling, 24 new barrels from the Cooper, 13 crates of Hungarian grapes for St. Gallenstein. Ah, here we are. It seems they ordered some sort of special incense that they burn in the barrels. That must be it.
What good would that do?
How should I know? What's interesting is that this isn't normally part of the winemaking process, so it might be just what we're looking for. Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
I'll do it, but I want more coin. It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers, and it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where exactly is the vineyard?
A short way to the north of town. It's pretty large, you can't miss it.
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely. Don't get caught.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Mannlichers? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yes, Miss Adletter is sweet. And she even gave me back your book. Here it is.
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts.
I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand, hot and dry, no fresh water. The people there call themselves the Blended.
Did you hear about what the Bailiff...
Easy, good horse. Go!
God,
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
I believe in God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit and born of the Virgin Mary. He suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended into hell. On the third day, he rose again. He ascended into heaven and is seated at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. He will come again to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and life everlasting. Amen.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
How was your trip?
The journey itself was great. No delays, nice...
I'm sorry!
How are you doing here?
What can I say? It's work. We have to care for the grapes every day. So we're in the vineyard from dawn till dusk. This year, it looks like a particularly good harvest. If we don't get any heavy rain, the monastery's cellars will be full.
What kind of grapes do you grow here?
Monastic.
No, I meant, white or red.
You don't know much about grapes, do you, lad? There are many other types of grapes than just white and red. Here on the slope, it's mainly red Saint Laurent. But the white Riesling thrives here too, mainly on rocky soil. Personally, I have nothing but praise for it.
Are you hiring?
Us? Always! But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
What's the master custodian like?
Jerome? He's my cousin, and he gave me this job. Can't complain about him.
And the others?
I don't know, but I've never heard any complaints. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
What if I'm not up to it?
You have 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's all you need. The only thing we won't tolerate is someone slacking off. We have a lot of blow-ins, so don't expect any breaks. If you laze about for even a day, you'll be out of here. Understand?
I understand. What's in that building in the middle of the vineyard?
Vineyards aren't just vines. They need a place to sort, press, and wash the grapes. And we also need a place to lay our heads. We spend half a year up on this scorching hill after all.
I'll be going then.
All right, run along. Jerome will be waiting near the winery. And remember, wine is liquid gold. So we keep everything well guarded.
Don't worry. I don't steal.
I have to say that because we do get light-fingered individuals here from time to time. And now you know everything, off you go to work. Take care.
I'm supposed to report to you. I'm new here.
Excellent. Another young shoot ready to sprout and produce the delicious fruits of labor.
What?
Oh, nothing, lad. I'm just admiring your youth and the joyful energy you surely bring with you. But that's not why you're here.
I was sent to ask what you want me to do.
Oh, it's too late today. The velvet blanket of night is not favorable for our work. Let's leave it for tomorrow. But I suggest you don't dawdle, for at noon the vineyard is battered by the hot rays of our heavenly protector.
All right. I'll try to get up early. And what is it I'm supposed to do?
Ah, but of course, I nearly forgot to tell you what your God-fearing work will entail. As our youngest laborer, you will be in charge of the eternal battle against the weeds that choke our beautiful plants. As soon as you spot one, imagine you're King David and uproot that evil from our land forever, just as he uprooted the Philistines from Israel.
If you hand me a slingshot, I can take on Goliath.
We hand out slingshots in autumn when we have trouble with starlings. Apart from that, you'll sometimes see a sack at the end of a row. In it are clippings and bad plants which you will take to the dung heap behind the winery here, where their earthly existence ends in the process known as decay.
All right. That doesn't sound too complicated. Weeding and organising a funeral for some plants.
To tell the truth, lad, work in the vineyard isn't complicated, but it is hard. I therefore suggest you don the vintner's crown, a straw hat. Do you have any other questions?
Where can I lay my head?
I shall take you there right away. I have to show you where to take the sacks in any case.
What's in this building here?
This is the winery, lad. It's the heart of the vineyard. Of course, the grapes must ripen in the vineyard and are harvested there. But here in the winery they are sorted, pressed and poured into barrels. As soon as we put the wine in barrels, it travels to the cool and dark monastery cellars, where it ages.
Thank you. I think I'll hit the hay so I can get a head start tomorrow.
That you should. Rest is the wealth of the prudent.
So, I went to see my brother and talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye, but he drools all over himself. And he gets this feeling that his time's nearly up.
Does he get it often?
Nearly all the time. And he's always threatening to leave everything
Hear
to the
him.
church if I don't go and see him.
Aye. Once old folks start getting soft in the head, it's bad news.
Exactly. Let me tell you, I'd rather die poor... but young than to go through that.
Take care. Best of luck.
God be with you.
Christ, it's hot out.
God be with you, neighbor.
Greetings to you too.
Here it is. The final resting place of weeds from our vineyard, and a vast haven for flies. The dung heap. This is where you shall bring the sacks. And moreover, after a hard day's toil, you can lay your head down in that hut over there. Questions?
Now I know everything, I can get started.
Wonderful, lad. Now get some rest. You'll need all your strength for work tomorrow.
How are you doing here?
The life of a winemaker is similar to the life of the vine itself. It seems showered with sunshine, but it isn't possible without tenacity and resilience. Here in the vineyard, we wake up and go to sleep with a single thought: how to bring to life a divine miracle, the nectar of wine. For it truly is a miracle. A truly fine wine can enchant kings and priests alike. And if we can create such a wine, then our time in this world has not been in vain.
No, I don't care for gossip. Nor do I. But this is important. I'm not interested. This is about money. What? Go on then. He wants to fleece us again. Damn it. That's just what we need. Exactly. I have to talk to the others this evening and decide what to do. I can't go on like this. Well, I'll be on my way. I wish you well.
Aye, well, see you later.
God bless you.
Hmm?
What?
God be with you. Good day, good day. Excuse me.
I better not forget about that council assembly. This crate smells like sulfur. This could be it.
Lord be with you.
Excuse me?
Go sniff somewhere else.
Hold
What
on.
brings you here? Take care, friend. Careful.
I have more questions.
Ask away, lad.
This must have been something last night.
Gather round and listen. I hire.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I'm back, and I've got the mysterious monastery incense. It looks like wood chips soaked in sulfur. It stinks a bit.
They were smoking barrels with this. Sulfur is the stink of hell, and this is a monastery vineyard.
Maybe there's another reason. The miners in Skalitz used to say where there's sulfur, it's easier to breathe. Healthier air.
But it sticks to high hell.
So do many noble delicacies, and they're still delicious.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it a try. I hope it doesn't make my wine reek. Here's your reward. I added a bit more, as we agreed.
I almost forgot. I have the seedlings.
Ah! I'm curious what they'll grow into. You've made me doubly happy, Henry. So, here's a little something on top for you. See you later, my friend. The taste is full.
You said you needed some help with something. What's going on?
Something's happened. Oh, a real mess. And I need help from someone reliable.
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you for help.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer!
I'll help you. Tell me all about it. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. She worked as a maid. I heard they found her all hacked up. Tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town are saying it was absolute slaughter. They took the body to the morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll go take a look at her. See if I can find anything.
I think that would be for the best. Though, I don't think it'll be a very pretty sight. You can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know the most.
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her? Something someone would kill her for?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession, those sorts of things. So you'll have to figure out the rest for yourself.
What about your other girls? Are they alright?
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep them pretty much in the dark about my plans. That's why Alice's death shocked me so much.
When did you last see the girl?
Around a week ago?
And did you notice anything suspicious about her?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively. She was looking forward to a dance. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe she just got caught up in something. But it's strange. Why would someone do her like that? That's the kind of thing you do when you want to send someone a message.
What are you gonna do next?
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and the like, but...
But you don't want to scare them.
I'm scared myself. For them. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to follow me, I could give them away. And I can't risk that. I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
What if I go and see them?
They don't know you, Henry. You'd only scare them. I'll figure something out. In the meantime, find out everything you can about Alice.
Why did you ask me in particular for help?
Because you're the only one I know here.
Aha.
But don't take it the wrong way. I'm actually glad it's you. You're pretty reliable. Not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Aha. Thanks. I know everything I need.
Good. Go to that graveyard, talk to the gravedigger, and take a look at that poor girl's body. In the meantime, I'll try to find out more. Then we'll put it all together, and I'll be damned if we can't come up with something.
Careful.
either. Hey, that's enough of that. You do remember.
At least leave you a groschen for that commemorative coin. I reckon that just made you angry.
My respects.
There's so many nails here. You won't miss just one.
My respects.
I apologize.
Good, Daddy. Good boy.
Won't make it to the council assembly at this rate.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Sorry, but St. Barbara's is more in need of good luck.
May God give you health, sir. You shouldn't be walking around without a light.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Halfway there. All finished. Brought you the axe.
Not so loud! Did anyone see you? If I have any problems because of you...
What are you afraid of? How could anyone tell that that missing horseshoe is in the axe?
Well, in one like that, certainly not. Nice work. Here's the coin. And you know what? Try and stop by and see Master Eldris, the local founder here. You might learn something new from him. Thank you, Henry. My father would certainly be proud of my work. Till we meet again.
Christ, pardon me.
Was darf's heute Morgen sein?
Master Menhart, the sword is at the town hall.
Wunderbar, Heinrich. Let's go right now. It will not take long before the Kuttenbergers hear of this.
Sure, I'll go with you.
Natürlich. Just do not forget to pretend you are surprised.
Fucking thieves.
No, no. We can't take it back now. We'd look like fools.
Na, was haben wir denn hier? I see the Kuttenberg Bruderschaft has made a challenge to combat.
So, I see you have endlich worked up the courage to face us in public.
There's no need for mocking, Menhart. We've made our challenge, as you can see.
Wunderbar. Das freut uns.
Genau. We accept your challenge.
Well, since we've arrived at this point, listen up. It's time to put an end to this bickering. Besides, it will only benefit our town if the best of the sword-fighting masters takes charge here. So, whoever emerges as the victor of your tournament shall win the right to lead the sword-fighting brothership here. That will bring a just close to this whole affair.
Bei allen Heiligen, you have decided wisely, Fridush. It will be seen that it is we who were right from the start.
No way! You can't do this, Fridush. We set up the sword-fighting brotherhood. Stay out of it.
Don't forget about Menhard's charter from King Wenceslas, Amaram. This is indeed a tricky situation, so let the art of sword fighting decide the matter. After all, that's what it's all about, is it not?
I'll remember this, Fridush. No one is gonna fuck with me in this town.
Calm yourself, friend. It's not such a big deal, is it? We'll compete honestly against these Germans, and then we'll finally have peace from them.
All right, Nicholas. Let's show them Deutschers how we sword fight here. Because we ain't afraid of no one. You want combat? You'll get it. 3 members of our brotherhood will fight with 3 of yours. Each will have a bout with all 3 opponents, and we'll see who wins the most.
Du Schwindler! You know there are only 2 of us.
I agree with Amaram's proposal.
Kein Problem, Arne. We also have one promising student, nicht wahr?
Richtig. I'll fight on Menhard's side.
Gut, Heinrich. Gut.
Agreed, then. The duels will begin when you're all ready, with long swords and in gambesons. And don't delay getting started.
Don't you worry. We'll crush them Deutschers in a jiffy.
Pah! You have no chance gegen uns.
I look forward to crossing swords with you, Meister Menhard.
Ja, ich auch. Komm, Heinrich. We must prepare for the Fechten. So, Heinrich, you have heard it yourself. Some good news, finally. We shall engage the Kuttenberger and confirm our privilege from King Wenzel to operate here our sword-fighting Bruderschaft. And it is all due to you. Danke, Heinrich.
You can count on me, Menhard. It will be an honor to fight by your side and enforce the will of our King Wenceslas.
Genau, Heinrich. But first, we must make you one of us and accept you into our Bruderschaft.
All right. Is that a problem?
Nein, nein. You must only take an oath and undergo a test. We cannot just take everyone. That is our Regel. You must show that you have some skill with a Schwert and that you will not bring us shame in the Gefecht. So we know that you will not lose your life in combat. You will face Arne here. Only with a blunt Schwert we will lend you, and with light equipment, no steel. When you are bereit, tell Arne and you may start. So, Heinrich, bist du bereit? Combat is waiting.
Harry. Herzlich willkommen. Mein Herr, what do you need?
So, Heinrich.
Arne, Menhard wants to try me out. A training sword. No armor?
Ja, natürlich. That is our rule. I will lend you a sword. So take off that steel harness and we can start. Gott sei mit dir, mein Herr.
Let's duel, Arne, so I can join your brotherhood.
So, bist du bereit? You are ready?
Bereit. Let's do it.
Tempo, tempo!
So, Heinrich, bist du bereit?
Yeah,
I want to
I'm
see
ready.
a nice Gefecht here.
Let's do
Try harder, ihr beide. Show what you can do. Heinrich. Harder, Heinrich. Tempo, tempo.
Wie gefällt dir das? Oh, Dummkopf!
I want to see a nice Gefecht here. Try harder, ihr beide. Verschone ihn nicht, Arne. All right, mein Gott, lass das. Heinrich, you have proven yourself, not only with your help, but with a weapon too. I would be more than happy to let you take the oath and become one of us. We can start the ceremony right away. Just say the word.
Menhard, I'd like to join your brotherhood.
Certainly. Let us go somewhere more geeignet, so it has some class. Each new member must pay for acceptance. But in your case, since you have helped us, I will relieve you of that obligation.
Danke, Menhard.
And now, the oath. Arne will be the witness.
I will be honored.
Kneel, Heinrich. Hör gut zu. Do you solemnly swear that you shall act honorably and justly, and that you shall not bring shame upon your name or mine, or bring disgrace to the sword-fighting Bruderschaft, that you shall defend and adorn the reputation of the Bruderschaft and its rules, and that you shall heed my word in these matters, that you shall diligently train in the art of the Langschwert, and not allow yourself to be shamed in combat, that you shall thus act for the greater glory of our Bruderschaft and our martial art. Place your hand on this sword and swear.
By our good King Wenceslas, I do so swear.
Stand as one of us. Heinrich, I hereby name you my student in the art of sword fighting.
All honor to you, Heinrich. It is good that you have come among us.
And now listen to your first lesson and always remember this principle. It is not important to strike, but to strike and wound.
I'll remember that, Menhard.
Good, Heinrich. I shall make a great fechter out of you one day. Let me know when you are ready. We will get to work and cross swords with the Kuttenbergers.
Menhard, I'm ready to engage the Kuttenbergers by your side.
Wunderbar. Let us go and tell Friedrich. It is high time we put an end to this disgraceful schlamassel.
Today, 2 sword-fighting brotherhoods will match their skills. The Gutenberg Brotherhood, led by Master Nicholas.
Glory to Kuttenberg! Kick those Germans' asses, Emmeram!
And the Frankfurt Brotherhood, led by Master Menhard.
It is an honor to be able to show off our skill in front of the whole Kuttenberg.
The reason for these duels is the dispute over the right to run the local sword-fighting hall and the associated brotherhood. The local brotherhood was founded by Emmeram the Butcher and his associates. What they did not know, though, was that King Wenceslas had tasked Master Menhard to do the same.
The king ain't here, Emmeram is! The Brotherhood belongs to the Kuttenbergers!
And since King Wenceslas cannot resolve the dispute, the town council ruled it shall be decided through a duel. So, the matter shall be settled before the eyes of the council, as well as the burghers of Gutenberg and God Almighty.
A wise decision by the council. Let the best master lead our brotherhood.
The duels will be fought with long swords and in light armor. Each dueler will face each on the opposing team, and whoever beats his opponent twice wins the duel. The brotherhood whose members get more victories will be declared the overall winner. As is the law, all the necessary armor was lent to you from the town armory, and you must fight in it. If there is anything wrong with the armor, you can fix it with any of the repair tools you'll find in the armorer's tent. And in case someone gets seriously injured, the bathmaid will give them the care they need. Or Father Tobias will perform the necessary rites.
But I do not think it will come to that.
Now that everything has been made clear, swear before God. You will fight fairly, justly, and respect the judge's decisions, as well as the outcomes of the duels.
Das geloben wir, im Namen des Vaters, des Sohnes und des Heiligen Geistes.
By God Almighty, we so swear.
All the requisites have been satisfied. Therefore, let us proceed to the first duel. Master Menhart against Lindhart, the cobbler. For the glory of Gutenberg, let the duel begin! End of duel! Today's first victory goes to Master Menhart. Let's see if he can keep it up, or if Linhart can even the score. Get ready for the next round. Let your steel ring. Fight!
Oh nein! Verdammt!
End of duel! People of Gutenberg, behold, Master Menhart proved his mastery. He defeated Linhart for the second time, giving the Frankfurt Brotherhood its first victory. Moreover, Lady Fortune has a difficult task in store for Linhart, because the lot drawn determined that the next fight will also be his. This time it's Henry who will face him on the side of the Frankfurt Brotherhood. Cheer for both fighters. We'll shortly see which of them will best his opponent. Contenders, get to it!
That was some monster.
End of duel!
I yield. Mercy.
Lady Luck is certainly not on Linhart's side. Henry wins the first duel. Swordsmen, get ready for a new duel. Let's see if the winner can keep it up. No time to lose. Get to it.
The blade. Too slow.
End of duel. Henry showed Linhart who's the better sword fighter again. That makes the second victory for the Frankfurt Brotherhood. Let's now proceed to the third duel. The Gutenbergers will be represented by Emmeram the Butcher. Give him your support, and we'll see if he can do better than Linhart. Because his opponent will once more be Master Menhart. Ready? Fight! End of duel! You saw it with your own eyes, good citizens of Gutenberg. Menhardt's skill is second to none. He wins again. Can Emmeram still manage to defeat him? We'll soon find out. For the glory of Gutenberg, let the duel begin! End of duel! It's finished! Not even the illustrious Emmeram could withstand the German master's sword. The Frankfurt Brotherhood thus has 3 wins already. None for Gutenberg so far. Two swordsmen we haven't seen yet will now show us their skills. Arne the German will face Master Nicholas. Soon we'll find out if Nicholas can secure the first victory for the Gutenbergers. Let your steel ring! Fight!
Watch out. He's coming round. Zum Teufel!
And the victor is... Nein! Mit der Hilfe Gottes. I will continue.
You're brave, but foolish. This will not end well for you. Yield.
Niemals. Arne does not yield.
This Gefecht is over. You win.
You acted with chivalry, Master Menhardt. But intervening in a duel is a breach of the rules. There is no choice but to disqualify you from the tourney.
How does it look?
He's badly shaken up, but that should improve in time. At first, I thought I'd have to send for the priest. But he had more luck than sense.
Was ist mit deinem Auge? Siehst du meine Hand, Arne?
Nein.
The good news is the blade missed his eye. The bad news is such a blow to the head can cause many different problems. I hope in time he'll get his sight back in that eye. But I can't say for sure. In my experience, it's in the Lord's hands.
Send for the best physician in all of Kuttenberg. Schnell! I will pay alles.
Rest assured, Master Menhard, we will send for him as you command. I am sorry that the whole affair has taken such an unfortunate turn. I will pray for your companion's health.
Danke, Friedrich. Aber what about the duels?
Beruhige dich, Arne.
Yes, that's what I came here to clarify. However, I expect on account of Arne's injury, your brotherhood has forfeit the fight.
Nein, Menhard. Du musst keep fighting.
As Arne says, Menhard and me can continue.
Heinrich had recht. I want to duel Nicholas.
I understand your wish, Menhard, but I can't grant it. You've been disqualified.
Scheiß drauf! I will fight Nicholas, and you better get out of my way, Friedrich!
I'm warning you, Menhard. You swore to respect the results of the duels.
Verdammt!
Listen, Nicholas has defeated Arne, and Arne is in no shape to continue. So all 3 victories go to the Kuttenbergers. Menhard, you defeated Emmeram and Linhard, but you can't duel Nicholas. So 2 victories belong to you, and 1 to the Kuttenbergers. The only one who can still fight for you is Henry. He already defeated Linhard, so the score is 3-4 in favor of the Kuttenbergers, with 2 duels left.
Hold on, Friedrich. Arne could duel, but it's clear he wouldn't win. So all the victories here belong to the Kuttenbergers by right. But the only thing preventing Menhard from fighting is your decision. Otherwise, he's at full strength and ready.
That is true.
We swore we'd respect outcomes of the duels, but since there was no duel between Menhard and Nicholas, there is no outcome. So neither side can claim victory.
Wise words, I must admit.
The way I see it, both sides have 3 victories, and I have 2 duels left.
That sounds right and fair to me.
All right, so be it. So if Henry beats both Emmeram and Nicholas, you'll get the overall victory.
Gut, Heinrich. Fight for us. You are ein guter Fechter.
Also, Heinrich, our fate and our honor lies in your hands.
I won't let you down. You have my word.
Well said. I'll be waiting for you in the arena where you'll face Emmeram. So get ready quickly. Hear ye, hear ye! Arne the German can't take part in further duels due to his injuries, so 3 wins go to Gutenberg. The Frankfurt Brotherhood has won 3 rounds, but so has Gutenberg. Master Menhard cannot duel against Master Nicholas since he's been disqualified from further rounds. Their duel will not count at all. That leaves us with only 2 duels left. In the first, Henry will now face Emmeram. For the glory of Gutenberg, let the duel begin!
Jesus! The hit!
End of duel! Henry put on a great show and won over Emmeram. Even Arne's severe injury doesn't seem to have broken the Frankfurt Brotherhood's resolve. Let's see if Henry can keep it up in the second round. Contenders, get to it! End of duel! Look at that! Henry remains unbreakable and undefeated. He defeated the Butcher again! That's another victory for the Frankfurters!
Good citizens, wise counselors of Gutenberg, it is time for the last duel. Here, Master Nicholas will take up his sword again to face none other than Henry. The current score is 4 wins for the Germans and 3 for Gutenberg. If Henry can win, the match is over. Contenders, forward! End of duel! Unbelievable! Master Nicholas is defeated! Henry is now in for a really tough fight. I can see that Nicholas is burning with eagerness to get revenge. Here comes his opportunity. No time to lose. Get to it. No chance. End of duel. How incredible and truly unexpected. Master Nicholas is defeated for the 2nd time. Was it the doing of luck, or did Menhart make Henry a true swordmaster? Either way, victory and glory are Henry's. All of the duels we should or could have seen today are over. Now, all that remains is to settle the very matter that inspired the duels in the first place. I invite both brotherhoods to step closer. Revered counselors, righteous burghers of Gutenberg, lend me your ears one last time. 2 sword-fighting brotherhoods have clashed before the eyes of God as well as yours to demonstrate their skill and settle their dispute. And it was a spectacle beyond all expectations. The Frankfurt Brotherhood secured 5 victories against the Gutenberg Brotherhood's 3. The right to run the local sword-fighting hall and to teach the art of the long sword thus falls to Master Menhart of Frankfurt. That was the task entrusted to him by King Wenceslas, and Menhart has duly defended his claim. Thus is it settled before witnesses and by God's will.
It's just like Friedrich said. The council is in agreement on this, and we'll instruct the scribe to enter the proper records of everything at the earliest opportunity.
Let this dispute be thus justly settled, and let there be no further enmity between you.
Thank you, Friedrich, for finding justice and for overseeing the matter so wisely. We would like to invite all good Kuttenbergers to come and learn.
Fuck! We built the sword-fighting hall with our own money. You can't just take it from us.
As for the money you invested, you'll be duly compensated for your good service to the town. I shall see to that. And I'd like to remind you that you have sworn to submit to the outcome of the duels. Don't forget that.
I won't forget this, Friedrich. I'm done with you.
Heinrich, let us leave Meister Metzger with Friedrich and go to Arne.
Menhart, I had word sent to Master Torwart to expect you at the apothecary shop on Tarmark. He's also currently hosting the famous physician Sigismund Albicus, so Arne will receive the best possible care.
Hab vielen Dank, Friedrich.
Good day, Meister Menhart. Oswald Torwart, Magister at your service.
Gut. Arne hier braucht deine Hilfe. Und schnell.
Beruhige dich. I know everything. Herr Albicus, the physician, is already upstairs preparing all that is necessary. In just a short while, Arne will receive treatment fit for a king. Rest assured.
Gott sei Dank, Herr Oswald.
Tell me about your fight before Albicus gets ready. Rumors spread like wildfire, but they have not yet reached us at Tarmac.
Letztendlich lief es ausgezeichnet. We won dank Heinrich here, and our claim was recognized. Heinrich fought for us, and fortune stood by him today. Der König himself would be proud of him.
Genau, Heinrich. Glory to you. You have gerettet our Ersche.
And to defeat Meister Nicholas too? I have no words. Unglaublich, Heinrich. Ganz ausgezeichnet.
You know, Menhard, Henry of Skalitz is no easy mark.
I'm glad to hear that. Congratulations to all of you, especially to Henry, as word has it.
Gut. Gut. Jetzt noch wait until Arne heals, and then we take over the Fechthalle and die Bruderschaft. Heinrich, komm zu mir in a few days when alles fertig ist. What better place to reward you than there? And zwar richtig. You can be sure. And do not get too betrunken when you are celebrating your victory.
I will only go drinking when there's 3 of us. When Arne is all right again.
Good. We drink out of joy for my recovery, or out of sadness for my eye.
I'm sure it'll be the former.
Wunderbar. Deal.
Menhard, ich muss mich hinlegen. Ich fühle mich ein bisschen krank und schwach.
Of course. Menhard, let's get him inside. The quiet and a bit of shade will do him good.
Take care.
Danke. Bis bald.